Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Inclusion Coach. My name's Rebecca, and I am your Inclusion Coach. This week, we're talking about inclusive language. Using inclusive language is kind, it's welcoming, it's thoughtful, and it's respectful of people's identities. Using non-inclusive language can diminish people or even erase them. And we may have grown up with words or phrases that we don't realise are not inclusive. So we're going to look at a few examples of that today. First of all, gendered language. Lots of common words and phrases in English have male as a default gender. For example, how often do you join a group of people and go, "Hi guys," instead of "Hi everyone"? Think about the job titles, chairman, fireman, and the non-gendered job titles, actor or waiter, are feminized into actress and waitress to make the distinction. Why? And some people will argue, well, chairman is an archaic term. Everybody knows that anyone of any gender can apply for these jobs. So take a chill pill and stop being such a politically correct snowflake. Accepting male as the default gender is not equitable. Accepting white skin as the norm is also not equitable, and I'll come on to that in a moment. Accepting heterosexuality, being without disability, and so on, all of the things that we accept as the norm makes others of the people who don't fit that norm, and nor do they want to. So back to gendered language. Use they when you're talking about someone in theory. For example, let's hope your doctor knows what they're talking about, instead of let's hope your doctor knows what he's talking about. How do you know it's a man? And if you're asking people about their family, be careful to use gender-neutral pronouns until you get to know them. For example, if you're talking to a new female acquaintance who's wearing a wedding ring, don't ask about her husband, ask about her partner. It's also great to introduce yourself to new people and offer your pronouns straight away so that they can offer theirs if they want to. For example, "Hi, I'm Rebecca. My pronouns are she, her. It's great to meet you." And on to racially inclusive language. There's a few terms out there, BAME and BIPOC, which try to lump together people who are basically not white, and that presents white as the default. If you're struggling to find a term to describe everybody who isn't white for whatever reason, bear in mind that globally, people with white skin are in the minority. So you can refer to the global majority for anybody who is not white. And be mindful of using inclusive language around mental health. So don't say, "Oh, I'm having a bit of a schizo day today," or telling someone that they're being OCD when they're tidying up or something. Doing that demeans and marginalises people with clinical mental health conditions. Instead, you say, "Oh, my emotions are a bit up and down today," or "Would you mind doing that later? We've got clients waiting for us in the meeting room." There's lots of non-inclusive language around sexuality, saying, "Oh, that's so gay," for something that's a bit rubbish, or "Wow, the hairdresser cut your hair so short, you look like a lesbian." I mean, what's wrong with being a lesbian? Nothing. And not all lesbians have short hair. And avoid presenting gender as binary by referring to the opposite sex. You can refer to the gender spectrum or just talk about anyone of any gender. More broadly speaking around inclusive language, English idioms can be absolutely bewildering for people who did not grow up in this country and don't know what it means when we say, "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs out there," or "Oh God, yeah, they're a barrel of laughs," or "I'm feeling a bit under the weather today." What does that mean? So be mindful of your audience and say what you really mean. "It's raining heavily." "They're a really funny person." "I'm not feeling too well today." I've given you lots of food for thought there, so I will leave you with what to do if somebody picks you up on using non-inclusive language. Saying, "Why would you assume that my doctor is a he?" First of all, as we've talked about before, Our immediate reaction is often to be defensive if somebody picks us up on something. So take a breath, say, you're right, thanks, because they are. I should have said they. And if it feels to you like somebody is totally overreacting to what is just a simple mistake, bear in mind that your simple mistake might have been the last straw in a string of simple mistakes. This week's challenge: notice the language that you use and the people around you. How inclusive or non-inclusive is it? And how can you break yourself of the habit of using non-inclusive language when you've been using it all your life? How can you interrupt yourself to put a different word in there? Full disclosure, I still have to stop myself saying, "Hi guys," to everybody. It takes a while. That's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.